Hi guys, how you doing? Jay here. Now, for today's video, I'm going to talk to you about phrasal verbs. No, don't run away, don't run away. I can hear you shouting, phrasal verbs, no, phrasal verbs, no. Now, we at Abbott English, we know that phrasal verbs are difficult. Now, one of the reasons that phrasal verbs are difficult is because there are over 10,000 phrasal verbs in the English language. 10,000! Imagine. I doubt very much I know all of those phrasal verbs. And of course, the other problem with phrasal verbs is that they can be separable, inseparable, and sometimes they have more than one meaning. So what we're going to do today is we're just going to look at some phrasal verbs related to two subjects. So we're going to look at phrasal verbs related to work and sport. Now that's because sports phrasal verbs are often connected to work. So some of these, hopefully, you'll find very useful when you're thinking about your work in English or sport in English. So let's start off. Phrasal verb number one, call off. Now the call off, the meaning simply is to cancel something. So for example, they have called off the meeting. Okay? Another one, number two, hand in. Now that means to give something to a person in authority, maybe a teacher or maybe your boss. For example, you must all hand in your projects by the end of next week. Okay. Now here's one you may not have heard before, lay off. Now that means to stop employing someone because there is not enough work for them to do. So for example, 200 workers at the factory have been laid off. So note that phrasal verb, the example, was in the present perfect. Have been laid off. Okay? Let's have a look at another one. The opposite of lay off, which is take on. Now that just means to employ somebody. Okay? For example, she was taken on as a trainee at the local office of lawyers. Okay, to take on someone is to employ them. Take over. That means to take control of something. You hear this a lot in the news headlines. For example, I intend to take over the business. Okay. Carry on. Now this is a very common phrasal verb used for other things other than work, of course. It means to continue. Carry on with the report, please. Carry on with your work, please. And the last one related to work, to check on something. That means to investigate something. For example, can you check on the delivery and see if it has arrived? Okay? So they're all phrasal verbs that are related to work, more or less. So let's have a look at some which are also related but to sport this time. To warm up. Now that means to do movements like stretching before you do exercise, so your muscles become warm, to warm up. To cool down is like the opposite. That's to do movements or stretching after you've done exercise. So you warm up before you do exercise, you cool down when you've finished doing your exercise. To join in. That means to take part in a sporting event, but it can also be used for work. Join in a meeting. Okay? To give up. Very, very common phrasal verb. That means to surrender, to stop doing something, to give up. Okay? For example, I've given up smoking. Okay? I've given up playing football because I'm too old. Okay. To drop out. This means to leave a competition or a race. It can also be used if you are studying. For example, you drop out of a course. or you drop out of a football match. To knock someone out. This is normally used in boxing. That means to beat someone in a competition, but it's also used in football. They often call it the knockout phase of a football match. It means that when that team has won, the other team is knocked out. This is often referred to as KO. You sometimes see KO, which means knockout. And it can also be used to express the fact that something is amazing. Oh, the film was a knockout. Almost like you were knocked out because it was so good. So there you can see how phrasal verbs are often used and integrated with other subjects. And the last phrasal verb for today, to do with sport, is to work out. To work out. That means to do an exercise or a routine. You can work out by running or work out on a gym exercise machine. Now, workout is a good example of how phrasal verbs often have two meanings, because you can also work out a problem. That means to find the solution to a problem. Can you work it out? Work out the problem. So that's where phrasal verbs can become confusing. So let's just look at those again quickly, okay? So the phrasal verbs we've got to do with work, we've had call off, a meeting, hand in, a document, lay off a person because there's no work, take on a person, to employ someone, take over a business, to have control, to carry on, to continue doing something, and to check on something, to investigate that it's okay. And the phrasal verbs with sport, we warm up before an exercise, we cool down after the exercise, we can join in an activity or a meeting, we give up something when we stop doing it, we drop out, which is also basically to stop doing something. You can knock someone out in boxing, or you can knock a football team out of a competition, for example. And you can work out, which means to do a series of exercises to work out, and you can also work out a problem. Okay, so they're just some of the phrasal verbs. It's quite a good way to learn phrasal verbs, is to learn the phrasal verbs related to a certain subject. And I always say the best thing you can do is don't worry about using phrasal verbs when you speak, but it does help if you can understand them. Okay, so why don't you write some of your favourite phrasal verbs in the comments section? That will be good fun to read those. All right, guys, happy studying, and I'll see you next time. Bye.